As you were working on this book, what were some of the things that really surprised you, that you uncovered?
The first thing that really surprised me was how headstrong Taylor Swift was at a very early age. I didn't know much about her debut when she was 16 and her first album came out. I was in grad school. I was listening to Radiohead. I was annoying my friends with my hot takes about European art films. I was not listening to Taylor Swift. So I didn't know much about her country days. And that was an eye-opening experience for me because what I learned is she had such a clear vision for who she wanted to be, the artist she wanted to be at 13, 14 years old. And people around her, I found many interviews of executives, fellow songwriters who knew her at that time, who were astonished, who had worked with other younger people and said, I've never seen someone at such a young age who had such a clear vision for what she wanted to do. She wanted to write her own songs. She wanted to write songs for a teenage audience, so an audience of her peers. And she wanted to release an album as soon as possible. And that wasn't the consensus in country music at the time. A lot of people who had way more experience than her at the time said, I think you should wait. There's no audience for teen girls in country music. But she persisted, and it worked to her advantage. But yeah, I can't imagine being so headstrong at 13. Because not only was she headstrong, she made really bold decisions as a teenager. She left a development deal with RCA Records, which at the time was one of the biggest labels on Nashville's Music Row. And she ended up signing with a former executive of Universal Label Group who started his own label, but he didn't have funding. He didn't have a name for his startup, and he didn't have a headquarters. But he believed in her vision. And so she went with him, and the rest is history. That really ended up working out for her. But I can't imagine making those decisions as a teenager. I can't imagine making those decisions now. Those had to be really hard, but her clear vision really encouraged her to make those bold decisions that ended up working well for her in her career.